So we are here again. We're playing Fulham today at home. Yeah. Have you got any prediction for today?
3-0 Man United.
And who's going to score for United?
Amari Forson, Rashford and Garnacho.
Victor Lindelof is playing on the left side, on the left back. Are you convinced with Lindelof? Because the last time he played on the left...
No, it's not good enough. I would have played Amrabat there, to be fair. Amrabat did say, when he first came to United, that anywhere the manager wants me to play, I will play. So I would have played Amrabat.
Yeah, on his debut just he played on the left back, and I think he did more.
He did more than Lindelof do, than Victor do, yeah, 100%.
What would you prefer, a new stadium or redeveloping the Old Trafford, the old one?
Don't knock it down. I'll be coming here as a kid, you know what I mean?
We've been playing here since 1910.
That's what I'm trying to say, so don't knock it down, just upgrade the stadium. That's all you need to do is upgrade the stadium and go from there. Don't call it Wembley of the North either, because we don't want a Wembley of the North. It's Old Trafford, bro, like, you know what I mean? It's Old Trafford, you know what I mean? You can't, nah man. United, come on!
You don't want to change it for anything. Huh? You don't want to change Old Trafford here?
Mate, get some jerk chicken in there, man.
So, Sergeant Ratcliffe, he's spoken about some transfers as well. Ben Jacobs, the sports commentator, he spoke about like United link with, what's his name? Michael Olise of Crystal Palace.
Yeah.
Would you want to see Olise here? Is he good? Is he a good fit for United?
Right now, yeah. With his form, you know, it's Crystal Palace. I'll take him.
You take him to Old Trafford?
And so Anthony. Sell him, get rid of him. See you later. We don't need him. Mate, he's got 1 foot. Get me.
The last time he scored goal was against Newport. That's the last time he scored for United.
Exactly. Get rid of him. And Mount. Get rid of him too. We don't need him. We got young players in the academy. He's proving the good enough to play for the first team. Like Amari Forson, look, he got his first start for Man United. You know what I mean? Kobe Mainoo for one. You know what I mean? Like he's coming and he's doing wonders. Scoring last minute goals against Wolves. You know what I mean? Like, trust me, like, yeah, come on. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, like, yeah, get Elise in, man. Sell Mount, sell Anthony, sell Varane. Get some new defenders, new midfielders. Get another striker, because you know what, yeah. We need someone with experience as well to help Rasmus Højlund. We need experience, you know what I mean? So yeah, man, bring Elisa in, man.
So if you have a blank check to sign a striker to Old Trafford in summer, who will you bring in?
Tony.
Ivan Toney?
Yeah.
Do you think Ivan Toney is a good fit for United?
Yes. Yes. United. I don't want no Kane. I want Ivan Toney.
So there's been a lot of talks about Dan Ashworth, the sporting director of Crystal Palace.
Bring him!
Newcastle.
Bring him!
Old Trafford as well.
Bring him!
You want to bring everyone to
Mister, bring him! Bring him! Cameraman, yo! Bring him! Because you know what, yeah? I was watching the interview.
No,
Go on.
What's the question?
Oh, so have you got any prediction for today's game?
Yeah, man.
Oh, it's 3-1.
2-0.
Obvious question.
2-0.
So would you want to see Mason Greenwood back at Old Trafford?
No.
Nah, I don't
Caused too many problems. Too many problems.
Too many problems here.
Yeah.
As a player, yes. As a person, no.
Yeah, he's a brilliant player. Person, no.
Amari Forster scored today.
So if you have the chance to sign one player each in the summer transfer window, who will you bring to Old Trafford in summer?
Kimmich.
Vinny Junior, mate.
Osman.
We need that winger.
Osman, yeah, 100% Osman, yeah.
We're just talking about like a striker. United needing to want to strike a striker.
Tadibo.
Yeah,
he's a good one. I like that. Yeah,
Come on, man.
Cheers, lads. Thank you so much. Thank you. Enjoy the game. Thank you so much. Cheers. 2-0 United, yeah. Thank you so much. Cheers, yeah.
3-1.
3-1.
But yeah, man. Bring Dan in, man. Bring him, because you know what it is? I was watching an interview, and it's one of them ones. Imbalances wages. He won't pay. Yeah, man. Like he won't.
Ten Hag has brought a lot of like players that are not needed at Old Trafford. Because looking at the players that he brought, Onana hasn't performed to like the expectation that we wanted Onana. Even though like he's picking up gradually, but he's conceded a lot of goals. He's brought Lisandro Martinez, even though Lisandro Martinez has been good. He brought Amrabat. He worked with Amrabat. He brought Eriksen here. He worked with Eriksen.
Anthony as well.
Anthony as well.
Bro, like I said, I've always said, yeah, they done the guy dirty, mate. They done him dirty because the man was top clean sheeter last season. He's a top clean sheeter last season. So they done him dirty. I should have just make him sign a contract, pay him the money that he wanted. And look now, he probably would have been higher than 6 now. Probably would have been second. Fight for the title? No, joking, but yeah, he would have been like up there, you know what I mean? But yeah, man, but Ten Hag needs to know what he's doing, like. You can't be just buying these players and thinking they're gonna benefit Man United, because right now the only player I can say who's benefit Man United so far
From his signing,
is Martinez.
Martinez.
Yeah, and Rasmus Højlund, now he's finding form, but now he's injured. But them two, yeah. And as boss Kobe Mainu, he's started to prove like, yo, I'm the man. Like, yo, play me. Yeah, man, he's bossing the midfield, man. Look what he done to Arsenal in pre-season before he got injured. Man, mashed them up like egg. Yeah.
Playing Fulham today at home.
Yeah.
We've been unbeaten like since the beginning of January. The last time we lost game was 30th December to Nottingham Forest. Have you got any prediction for today's game? Do you think we can maintain that winning record?
Well, I expect us to win, but I think we're going to miss Højlund a bit. I think that was a big loss getting injured yesterday because he's been on fire, hasn't he?
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we'll win today.
Yeah. And then at the left back, we don't have anyone there because Luke Shaw is out injured. Yeah. We don't have Brandon Williams, is out on loan. Alvaro Fernandez is out on loan.
I think he'll probably play Lindelof there. I'm not a big fan, but I think he will. He does tend to. But I think we'll be good enough to win today. 2-0.
2-0, yeah. Who do you think is going to score for United?
Don't know, that's a pick, innit? I'll go for Rashford.
How excited are you about Sir Jim Ratcliffe and the Ineos?
Oh, fantastic. Yeah, I think his start's been brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I couldn't have asked for a better start so far. He's getting best in class from the top, and we'll have to work down from there.
Yeah. So he granted some interviews after the deal was confirmed, and he left the door open for Mason Greenwood. Obviously, he spoke about Mason Greenwood. Mason Greenwood is a United player. They're just going to analyse the situation and not just focus on the hype. What's going to be your take?
I don't know. It's a bit of a 50-50. We'll have to see, really. I mean, he was never proved guilty, was he? But we all heard the audio, so it's one of those, isn't it? To be honest, I don't really want him at our club, but that's just my opinion, you know.
So, and another thing that Sir Jim Ratcliffe spoke about was Old Trafford. Do you want the Old Trafford to be really developed, or you want the Wembley of the North, as Sir Jim Ratcliffe said?
I'd rather it was redeveloped, personally.
You want this one to be redeveloped?
Yeah, I'd rather we stayed here and just redevelop the same stadium. I think there's too many memories here. I don't think we should change it at all, personally, but there you go. And I can't see anyone wanting to pay their tax towards our stadium. I wouldn't want it if it was anyone else's stadium, so there it is.
He spoke about transfers, and it was confirmed by Ben Jacobs, a sports commentator, that we've been talking about Michael Olise. Would you want to see Michael Olise at Old Trafford, or
I
think
think
he's not good enough for United?
Yeah, I think he's a good player. I don't know if he's good enough for Old Trafford for United. You know, the trouble is we've gone and bought all these players so expensive so many times, and they haven't always worked out. So players like that, maybe if they want to come and play for the club, then I'm happy with that. You know, he can build from there. He's got good talent and could get trained from there. You know.
And are you convinced about Dan Ashworth coming to Old Trafford?
About what, sorry?
Dan Ashworth, the sporting.
Yeah, he's done really well with England and Brighton and wherever he's been. So, I mean, Newcastle, he's only just been there not long, has he? But with Brighton and England, he's been absolutely fantastic. So, I'm happy with that big time.
Yeah, exactly. Before I let you go, if you had to do your all-time United five-a-side team, which players would you go for?
Schmeichel, Stam, Keane, Rooney, Ronaldo.
So we are here today. United are playing Fulham at home. Have you got any prediction for today's game?
Well, with the way they've been playing at the minute, I would like to think they would win, presumably comfortably at home. But because we have a few of the key players out, the likes of Shaw now and then Højlund, we found out yesterday. So I still think they'll win, but I'll only maybe hold it to 1 or 2 goals to nil, because we haven't been going well of lately. But that's what I would like to hope for today.
So we have a lot of injuries in the team. If you are to, given this moment, to do a starting prediction of the lineup who's going to start today, what will you go for? Which players will you start for?
Well, Onana and nets, and then the defence will probably be Dalot on the right, because Wan-Bissaka's injured. We need Dalot as the right back. Centre backs Varane and Maguire. Left will probably be Lindelof, because we've seen him come in there a few times. In the middle, I would like to expect Casemiro and Kobe to play together. Just because of the way it's been at the moment. Fernandez will play in front. On the right, I can see Anthony coming in with Rashford playing up front, and on the left, Garnacho. But I did see on Twitter that Omari's forcing could be playing up front, so Rashford might stay where he is on the left, Garnacho on the right, and forcing up front. So that's probably something around that I would like to see, just even to give him his chance from the Old Trafford crowd would be good.
Exactly. So how are you excited about it? How excited about you about?
I'm very excited. I've watched his interview, and he seems to be very into it. Football inside more important to him than money or whatever it seems. So we'd like to see him take Old Trafford back to the way it used to be, where we're winning trophies and actually trying to play football and not just a cash cow for the Glazers, which it seems to be this last 10, 15 years. So, yeah, I'm all hopeful.
Yeah, so talking about Old Trafford, do you want the Inos to redevelop the Old Trafford? Or do you want a new Old Trafford?
I would like to see them redevelop Old Trafford just because of the historic, or well, how historical it is, and how they played here since 1910 just to keep at least that a bit of history, because it's nice having the new ground and all, but you know, it's the best ground in the world by a country mile, so they could easily just redevelop it, and you know, we'd have the same Old Trafford, only new and upgraded, as you like to hope so.
Yeah. So we're playing Fulham today at home. Have you got any prediction for today's game?
Well, I always go for 2-1, me.
For 2-1.
Easy.
2-0 probably.
Who is going to score for us today? We don't have Rasmus Højlund today. Who's going to score for United?
So I'm going to have Garnacho and Menu.
I'll say Garnacho and probably Fernandez, something like that.
Yeah. So we've had new ownership at Old Trafford, Sir Jim Ratcliffe, and he's spoken a lot about Old Trafford. Do you want to see a new Old Trafford like Wembley of the North, or you want a redeveloped Old Trafford?
Well, I don't want a Wembley of the North, but I would like something that emulates what our noisy neighbours have done over in East Manchester, because they've really revitalised and regenerated that area, and we've had nothing. So I'd like to see something like that. I'd like to see us putting something back into this community here. And the youth academy and that built up. I understand that Carrington's getting a revamp this summer, so you know that's great. But something here, right in the heart of where we are at Old Trafford, that would be brilliant.
So talking about our neighbours, Man City, we're playing Fulham today, and then we're playing Nottingham Forest Wednesday, and then we play City next weekend. We have a lot of injuries in the team. Do you think we can beat City at Etihad?
Of course we can. Absolutely. Yeah. Why not? We can beat anybody on the day. It's just whether we turn up. Yeah. If we don't turn up, no.
So if you to predict for next week games, what's going to be your prediction for the next week game?
The next 3 games?
No, next weekend.
Oh, next weekend? I think I'll go 2-0 actually. I think I'll go 2-0. Yeah, I'm, stepping it out there a wee bit.
Yeah. So Sergeant Ratcliffe, he spoke a lot about Mason Greenwood as well. You know the whole situation about Mason Greenwood. And Sergeant Ratcliffe said they're going to analyse the situation. So the door is still open for Mason Greenwood. Probably he might come back to Old Trafford. Would you want to see him back to Old Trafford?
I have real mixed emotions on this. I have a 14-year-old son, and I don't want somebody like Mason Greenwood being a hero for him. On the other hand, does that mean that he goes somewhere else and he's a hero for other people's kids? So he's going to play football. No, I don't really want him at Old Trafford, but I understand that it's a very delicate situation. Very delicate. He wasn't convicted of anything. We all heard the tapes. We all have made our own minds up. Very hard. What do you think?
What do you think?
Well, probably not. I mean, it's a hard situation with the fan base. I mean, some players would want it. Well, people would want him in, some wouldn't. It's depends what the club decides, really.
In Fulham today at home, we just finished looking at the starting lineup. Are you convinced with the starting lineup?
Not as confident as we would have been, like if Martinez, Shaw, Højlund were still there, but we're on a good run of form, so hopefully they should keep it going.
Yeah, and I mean, looking at the results looking at Fulham's form, away, they haven't scored in their last 2 or 3 away games, so you'd be kind of hoping that that'll continue. I suppose maybe a bit again less confident, but I suppose the left back and maybe a few centre backs missing, but probably our strongest team that we probably can put out at the moment, given with the injuries and stuff.
So Lindelof is playing on the left back, Omari Forson is up front. Are you convinced with that?
I wouldn't say convinced, but at the end of the day, how many United players over the years, like Mainu coming through the academy, I'd be more confident with maybe Forson. Personally now, I wouldn't be too fond of Lindelof, especially at left back, but I mean, at the end of the day, there's still a strong enough squad there to hopefully do the job,
So we've got Sergeant Ratcliffe's 27.7 acquisition confirmed.
Yeah.
Are you happy about? Are you excited about that?
Yeah, I am. To be honest, he sounds at first now I would have probably been more leaning towards the Qatari bid, but I mean, listening to interviews and seeing what he has to say, he seems genuine about his interest in Manchester United, and that's what it's all about at the end of the day.
And I mean, you look at what they've done so far, getting in the guy from City and potentially getting Dan Ashworth as well from Newcastle. I mean, they seem to be making the right moves that'll probably hopefully push us in the right direction in terms of recruitment and just improving the overall atmosphere around the club. So I think so far so good, really.
And he's already started talking about some transfers. The name that's popping up is Michael Olise. Yeah. Michael Olise from Crystal Palace. Yeah. Is it a good fit? Will he be a good signing for United?
Oh well, I mean, how many players over the years would you think were a good signing and they turn out to not be good? But he's a great player, so if he is the fella that they decide to sign, I mean, hopefully he works out. But I mean, I think we've all kind of, our confidence has been knocked with signings over the years. Like we don't really, I wouldn't expect much out of anyone anymore. Like Ronaldo didn't. He did well. Like, but
yeah, same. Like I mean, like looks bright when he plays for Palace. I suppose injuries probably here and there with him this season, I suppose. But I mean, like when he seems to get a run of games and with the Palace team, he seems to be doing the job for them. So I suppose that what the main thing is though, like that it has to be a player that the club kind of wants, not just someone that they're kind of just buying in case somebody else buys them. Like we've kind of done that before with other players. So if it's the right fit for the club, then yeah, hopefully. But I suppose we'll see what happens.
Yeah, so talking about signing again, Sir Jim Ratcliffe in his interview he spoke about Mason Greenwood. He left the door open. He said they're just going to analyse the situation and not based on the necessary hype, the hype that's around this whole case. Would you want to see Mason Greenwood back at Old Trafford, looking at his home at Getafe?
I personally wouldn't anyway. Just, I mean, geez, like obviously, like everyone heard kind of the clips of what was said in that moment, and like, I mean, look, I don't know. It's a very sensitive subject, so I think it would be better for Manchester United just to stay away from it, personally. And you know, I mean, it's a sensitive subject. I think it's just better off leave him go somewhere else and just move on. Like personally, anyway, that's what I feel.
Yeah, I'd probably say the same. I mean, like there's probably been enough kind of bad news stories coming out of the club the last few years anyway, and I think with that's probably just going to bring something else, more drama that probably isn't really needed at the club at the time. Like so, probably would be better for both the club and probably Mason. As good of a player as he is, I suppose it's just unfortunate the way things turn out, and as it's a sensitive subject, so probably better off for himself to move on anyway as well.
So about Sir Jim Ratcliffe as well, he spoke about redeveloping Old Trafford or building Wembley of the North. What will you want to do? Do you want a Wembley of the North or you want to redevelop Old Trafford?
I mean, like we're from Ireland now, like, so I suppose some people will probably say, like, if you're not going every week, you shouldn't have a say. But I'd prefer to say at Old Trafford. I mean, like, who wouldn't? But I mean, if that's what he wants to do, that's what he wants to do, and I hope that he wouldn't maybe kind of go. He'd still keep maybe some traditional aspects of Old Trafford with it, but at the end of the day, it's not up to us really, is it? Like, I mean, I'd love to keep playing in a maybe refurbished Old Trafford, but at the end of the day, if he decides to build a new stadium, and as long as it's at the quality of the other clubs like City or Tottenham or whoever, I mean, how can you complain about that at the same time? Like,
you want new Old Trafford or you want a
I'd probably be the same. I'd probably refurbish this stadium. I mean, I think it'd be, probably just the history that comes with the club, the stadium. I think it'd be a shame probably to knock it to the ground. Obviously, there's a lot of work that probably needs to be done to it. Like as I said, we're not over here every week at all. But like, I suppose you only hear things online saying that people think that it needs to be done up and things need to be improved at the stadium. But I think, like if they could probably keep some aspects of this instead of just building a completely new stadium. But again, like it's not going to lie with us anyway. Like whatever they want to do, they'll do. So yeah, we'll just have to wait and see, I suppose.
Before I let you go, I'm just going to ask you, we're playing City next weekend at Etihad. Have you got any prediction for next week's game?
For next week? Oh geez, I'd probably want to get over today first to see how we get on. I mean, it's Man City, like they're probably one of the, kills me to say it, but they're probably one of the best teams ever. So your hopes would never be too high, but at the end of the day, United seem to be able to kind of turn up here and there. So
you cannot predict any score.
Can't predict it. I couldn't. I mean, I hope. My heart says win, but I don't.
Have you got any prediction for next weekend?
No, really, you'd probably be afraid to make a prediction at this stage, especially with, I suppose, a few of the injuries. Missing Rasmus Højlund probably will be a bit of a blow. And I suppose considering we're probably, as much as I love the club, we're probably the most consistently inconsistent team in the league at times. So, look, we'll hopefully get a result today, and if they're in a good run of form going into next week, then look, they might do a job on them, which obviously would be great.
I think we will win. I definitely think we're going to win, but I think with Højlund being out, we're going to struggle to get it up front. I think Rashford needs to start to pull his weight a little bit. I think Rashford will do it today. I think that will be his.
So we've got the left back. We don't have anyone currently to play for the left back because Luke Shaw is out injured. Lisandro Martinez, centre back, is out injured. Brendan Williams is on loan. Alvaro Fernandez is on loan as well. So if you're to choose one player to play on the left back, the last time we saw Lindelof on the left, it wasn't that good. It didn't look that good. If you're to choose one player to play on the left today, who is going to be?
I think he's going to go with Lindelof, but I think he should switch it and put Dalot at left back and Lindelof at right back.
Lindelof, Lindelof is obviously right. He's good on the right, but not that on the left.
Yeah. I don't think we've got any more choice. I mean, Amrabat's a good player, but he's not a left back either. So it depends if Williams playing today. I don't know if Williams playing today for Fulham. Because I think if he's playing, then we might need someone faster, and I think that might be where he might switch it. But I think Lindelof's the only option really, unfortunately.
So how excited are you about Ineos? About Sergeant Ratcliffe?
Yeah, really good. Yeah, I think it's a start of something good. I think. It's a big company. I mean, I'm into F1 as well, so I know what he's done with Mercedes, and I think from the point of view, it's good sort of start to something. I think Glazer will take a sit back and just take the dividends off. I don't think anything will change with that, but hopefully with some of the movement he's making with some of the guys, it's a good start. I think we're in a good place. I think moving forwards.
So do you think Dan Ashworth is the right man for the sporting director position?
He's got the history. He's got a football background. He's done well with some of the players. He's brought for Brighton. Not seen too much at Newcastle, but I think Brighton, he did a good job there. So hopefully we'll see some action from him really. But I think ultimately it's just about utilising the talent we've got to move forward. So I don't think we'll sign that many players in the summer. I think it will just be getting rid of some of the players we need to push out and then building up from that. We've got some good youth team players as well.
Yeah, so talking about like the players that we have, Sergeant Ratcliffe in his interview yesterday, he spoke about Mason Greenwood. He still left the door open. Do you still want to see Mason Greenwood back at Old Trafford?
What a question. Do you want to answer that?
Mason Greenwood.
Mason Greenwood.
Looking at his performance at Getafe.
I mean, we're missing him, well, at the moment, kind of, but like, I don't think overall, like, the backlash of it, if he came back, then, I don't know, I don't think he'll be like suit the team overall.
I agree with that. I think all of us want the footballer, but we don't want the hassle. We don't want what comes with it. That's the problem.
Everyone else will.
Because if you remember, I think Robin van Persie had a similar situation in 2009, but he still went ahead to sign Robin van Persie, and then we got the results from Robin van Persie, and he didn't come with that problem.
No.
So do you think maybe Mason Greenwood, he might be a a different version of Mason Greenwood, not the Greenwood that we had before he left to Getafe?
Yeah, I think it's the problem is that it's what that comes with. I mean, I'd love him back. I think he was a great footballer. We've been coming for years. Obviously, saw his debut, and he's a great footballer. No one can sort of take that away from it. But I think the problem is that what comes with it. I think that's what they'll look at. And if someone offers them £40 million for them, they'll take it. I think they'll take it. Unfortunately, because I think they'll use the money to reinvest. I'd love to see him playing again. Potentially, but not. I don't think it's going to happen. So so, unfortunately.
Yeah. So Sergeant Ratcliffe, he spoke about Old Trafford, about building Wembley of the North.
Yeah.
Do you want Old Trafford to be redeveloped, or you want a new Old Trafford?
100% redevelopment. The club itself, it's iconic.
Yeah.
So why would you want to take that? I think the money they're talking about to sort of build a new stadium, they could reinvest to sort this out. So they could basically do anything with this now. Technology, they could build over the track. They could do anything they want. But I don't think we want a new stadium. I don't think that's going to happen. So
before I let you go, I'm just going to say, okay, do your all-time United five-a-side team.
Ultimate Man United.
Five-a-side team, yeah.
Right. I would say I'd go with Peter Schmeichel in goal because of my age. I'd definitely go with. I like Rio Ferdinand. I think he was great coming forward, so I think I'd put him in there. I'd probably put in. I'd go quite attacking really actually. I'd probably put Ryan Giggs basically on the left hand side, and then maybe G Nev on the right. Got to have Cristiano in there obviously.
I think with Ramos Højlund being out, I reckon Rashford will play up front, whether he delivers or not, but I'm going for a 2-1 score prediction.
2-1 score prediction. 2-1. So we have a lot of gaps in the team now. We have in the left back, no one is there now. Luke Shaw is out injured. Wan-Bissaka is out injured. We have Brandon Williams on loan as well. Alvaro Fernandez is not in as well. Have you got any prediction of anyone who can start on that line?
Lindelof can play left back.
You think Lindelof is going to play? Because
he's got the pace. He's got
the last time he played on the left back,
I know it was bad. It was bad. But with Maguire's recent form, if he plays left centre back, maybe it's a matter of fact of who turns up today, because there's a lot of the thing of players don't turn up. We have Rashford last season, Ramos Højlund being out. It could go any way today, but I'm saying 2-1 and Lindelof at left back, definitely.
How excited are you about the Ineos takeover?
Very excited about fixing Old Trafford. Very excited.
Do you want a new Old Trafford or you want it to be fixed? You want the old one to be fixed or you want a new one?
No, they need to fix the stadium, not build a new one. That is the main thing. No transfers, no nothing. Fix the stadium first. You got to please the fans before you do anything else. Because otherwise the club's just going to go the same way it's going.
Sergeant Ratcliffe wants to build a new Wembley of the North for Manchester United. Are you not excited about that?
I am excited, but it's heritage. It's heritage, innit? This is Old Trafford. You can't just take Old Trafford out of anything, can you?
Yeah.
But yeah, I am excited. Ratcliffe has brought a new spark to United. We've got hope.
Okay, so Ratcliffe spoke about a lot of things, and one of the things that he spoke about was Mason Greenwood. He left the door open for Mason Greenwood. Do you want to see Mason Greenwood back to Old Trafford?
It's a very complicated situation compared to anything else that's happened. There was a Robin van Persie case in 2009, and we signed him after and we won the league, but no one ever spoke about it because there wasn't much media then. But the fact with Greenwood is it's up to the club. Personally, me, no, I wouldn't have him back.
You wouldn't have him back?
Yeah, I feel like it will.
But you still have someone like Anthony. Anthony had a similar case, even though he wasn't convicted, even though like he didn't go to prison, but he had a similar case in Brazil. But he's still at Old Trafford, and yes, though he's not performing.
Yeah.
So if you have someone like Mason Greenwood who was like similar case, don't you think of giving like a second chance or something like that?
But there's more evidence in Greenwood's case, in my opinion. We've all heard the voice notes, we've all heard everything. Greenwood's a great player, but it's about the structure of the club and the happiness and the morale in the dressing room.